into July of 2018, and let's go back to June, I guess, because half the year is over now, and let's finish up this first half of the year with the new sketchbook, already littered with new stickers and everything to enjoy. Starting off June, I did the thing where I had 4 different ink pens. I'd do the rough with my blue pencil, and then I would hit it with a smaller fine brush, and then hit it with the bigger brush, and then go back and touch it up with my black ink pen. And this is one of Laliva's. She was the last one I drew of last month as well. Just really like that. I want to say it was from Ghost in the Shell, but I don't think that's right. Then you have this design for the, I think it's a Destiny 2 warrior, maybe? This cyborg design. Really like how that turned out. Tried gave it a mohawk for my design. It has very reminiscent markings of like Ultron. How it's missing like the cheek area. Just really love that, how that looked. The third day. This may be my favorite of the month. I'm pretty sure I'll redact that in a second. But this is a aliens piece. The legs kind of got messed up, but I really like how it's hunched over this victim. Redid the style with my puppet style. I think it's probably something's gonna come out of that for sure. For the fourth, did this kind of, I want to say it's a railroad or like a grand. I couldn't tell you where it is, but I think it's a train station. But you have like this walkway that goes here, and then it goes down these stairs. I tried representing how that looks, but it's just hard to. After 10 minutes, I couldn't make sense to explain it, so I had to give it up. I'm sure you can see it on the left how grandiose it really is. I really want to take another stab at it now that I've feel more comfortable in what I'm doing and whatnot. You have this desert warrior, like Mad Max style. She's got an air breather on. She's sitting on this gas tank. Sketched it out first, and then did it up here. Really like how that turned out. Getting to work on boots and stuff. Just putting more work in. I really like how that turned out. This got muddied so quickly. I like how it turned out up there, but here, once I hit it with the bigger brush, it kind of got a little bit too messy, and then kind of just gave up on it. Yeah, like I said, I'd redact it. This might be one of my favorites for the month as well. One of my artist friends over on Instagram, she goes by Crying Cryptid. She's super awesome, has amazing, great artwork. Really love how this turned out, and as you can see, I'm getting better with my portraits. So, Dean, one of my friends from Des Moines, he's always supported me. Did the little sketch, did a bigger one. This is actually a picture of him taking with a sketch card that I drew for him of Captain Harlock. I couldn't think of his name for a second. Then you have this Mad Max charger, water, oil drums, everything on the back. Couldn't quite get the angle that I wanted. It kind of started getting messy, but what can you do? Another favorite of the month. I love how this turned out. You start following the lines though, it can get messy real quick. This fire type look that she had on her fingers, I really want to incorporate this design somehow. Maybe a cyborg story is in my future, who knows. But yeah, I really like how that all turned out. And then of course, Ash from Evil Dead with the Beast. Hail to the King. I think this is from the series, probably season 2. I've only watched the first season, really loved it. Gotta get caught up. We'll do that at some point. He tweeted out that picture, and I just saved it, and I was like, this is a good time to do that. Zendaya from the Met Gala. Here's you can see a lot of the detail work I did with the black pen, trying to get the cross hatching. Wish I had more space down to get her leg done down here. I love how that turned out. I'll probably be drawing more ladies in high heels because the arch it gives, and then it sets up the leg really well. So yeah, really like how that piece turned out. Then you have this abandoned building. I love how that turned out as well. This pillar casting this shadow, like the whole thing is in like this whole circle. Just really cool lines and just hidden stuff in there. Yeah, my friend Veronica, I kind of like this. I kind of think some of the lines are off on it. She's arching her back, so I really like how her feet turned out. This one and the one behind it, went back, redid her face a little bit. Couldn't quite get it to how I wanted it, so left it. Another favorite of this month. I didn't think I'd be drawing this. This month I've got one of these Sphinx cats on top of Jeff Goldblum. I can't wait to draw that, but this one is a Sphinx cat, and it's holding on this globe light type things, casting shadow on the back side of it. I really like how this turned out. I just kind of want to draw more Sphinx cats because those are cool cats that I dig. Then some Evangelion art. You have I can't think of anybody's name anymore, but you have the Eva Unit 00, I believe it is, with Ray. Yeah, I think it's Ray. You know what? I could totally be wrong, and then I look like a fool, but yeah, it's her. Then you have this Betsy Suicide again. I believe I drew her last month, but I really wanted to get her face detail done. Drew her body above that as well. Love how that turned out. She's got this really sculpted face, and like this great body that lends well to these very sharp shadows and whatnot. So it is enjoying getting to draw her. But then on to the next month, I really love Domino from Deadpool 2. Tried drawing her from the poster, I believe it was, his Deadpool's head, but just gave up on it. I just couldn't make it work, and at this point there was no saving it, so just kind of had to ditch it. Really like this one, this knight on this horse coming up to this lady. They're waiting in this little river or stream type thing. Yeah, I really want to try this again. I like how it turned out, but I think I could do it better with the second go at it. But yeah, I really like how her clothes fall on her, his cape and whatnot. The horse really looks good. Then I had to do something fun. Getting a little way too serious. Did this little sketch from this Kong Skull Island piece. Somebody had drawn a really cute, like, child's book type design with John C. Reilly in one of the Skull Crushers. But yeah, I really love how that turned out. Probably my favorite of the month. We'll see if I keep that. If I keep that one as a favorite. Then you have this Funko Pop of Georgie and Pennywise. I don't know if this is diorama or like if it was just for one of this, like display for one of their many cons they take Funkos to, but really like how that turned out. You know, Funkos aren't that hard to draw, so. Miranda for the month. This piece where she's like taking off these hose. I like how that turned out. I think I could get more detail on it, but pleased with what I got. Her hand turned out really good. Her body, really like how that hair falls. Then you have this really not so great self-portrait of myself. Back when I was doing the bar selling comics in May, I believe it was. But it's been so long since I took my hair out that I kind of messed it up with my hair when I started doing it with the bigger brush pen, but that's alright. Then some Rage Against the Machine. I love how this piece turned out. I'm probably going to be drawing some more Rage. I just really love the energy in this piece, and it's not the best, but it's really great for what I was shooting for, so looking to do another piece like this, probably some Rage Against the Machine for sure. Jordan Voight Roberts, holding a little skull, or Kong, statue. I really love how this turned out. Kong's structure and him holding it. I really like how his hands turned out, holding onto that statue. Yeah, really pleased with that piece. This piece. So I split up this day because I wanted to do these facial expressions, but I just didn't want to do that, so I threw Chelsea on there again. This is probably the best I've done Chelsea so far this year. It's a great measuring point for the year as well, because I haven't been pleased with her the last couple times I've drawn her, the last 2 months or what. Really like these detail in the head studies as well, so really dug how those turned out. And then it was Rin's birthday. Corin, she drew Optimus Prime as a Dash Charger, and I figured I'd replicate it, so I had some study to show, or to go off of when I attempt redoing Sharkimus Prime in the next month or so. So look forward to that happening. Really loving all this working stuff with the primes and whatnot. So then you have this Audrey Hepburn piece. I like how it turned out. Oh, let me adjust this ever so slightly. But her one eye is, a little bit bigger than the other. Kind of. I love everything else about it, but that eye is just too much bigger than the other one to save. So I just wish it would have turned out better. This piece, this cyberpunk skull like mask, I like all the detail I got into it with the black pen ink. You can see up in the corner how wild this design looks, and to get it pretty close to what I wanted to with just black ink. I'm really pleased with how that piece turned out. And then to end the month, we have a couple zombies, because zombies rock, and zombies needed to be in here. Really like how this turned out. I kind of want to do more like half silhouetted figures. I'm gonna find more of these zombies and do more things like that. So this coming up next month, I'm just sticking strictly to the black ink pen, and I'm not necessarily doing any for each one because I really like how that one turned out too. So that's the month sketchbook. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can get this one downloaded for free for the month for supporting me. I'll have that up in the Patreon rewards folder in the next few days. So thanks for supporting me there. Thanks for checking out this monthly sketchbook, and we'll catch you next month. Peace.